Hey friends, thanks for joining. Today's project I have been dying to do for weeks. I've had it in my brain and I just needed to get my board done so that I could show you how to make this. I'm so excited to use this transfer called Autumn Splendor. It is one of my favorites from our catalog. And so we are going to just jump right in. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Glenna with Crafts by Glenna, and I show you how to make easy DIY home decor projects that look high-end. I am a Chalk Couture independent designer, and so that's the products that we'll be using today. And so if you're watching, if you would please jump in the comments and say hello so that I know you're there. And let's get started. Thanks to my friend Tina for helping me pick out colors for this because I wasn't sure. We have so many options with this that I wanted to have someone else's creative opinion as well. So I'm going to switch this so that you can see my screen. There we go, my work surface. So this is the surface that we're going to use, and this is a tray made of 1x4s. My husband had some extra ones, and so that's what I used for this. He cut them for me specifically to be the length to fit this transfer. So it's exactly the same size. So I love it because you can stain it. I have done a previous video to show you how to do this, so I'm going to explain it, but you can go back and watch that other video to see how to do it. And so I'll just show you the whole tray. So this is the bottom, and it's just got these two slats right here. So the way that I stained this, hey Gina, thanks for hopping on. The way I stained it was you can take our black and our bark chalk paste and you just put a little bit on the wood, and then you take baby wipe and you just rub it in all over, and it's just a really thin coat. And so if you've seen me do the hot mess technique, it's a little bit like that. I just put some black down, I put some brown down, and then I wipe it around with the baby wipe until it gets to the stained look that I want. If I don't have enough brown in an area, I'll put some more on. You just play with it. Every piece turns out different, and it's so much fun, and it's so easy. It doesn't take hardly any paste. And if you have little cracks or crevices that don't have any paste in it, you just dab your baby wipe down in there. It's so easy, and you can do it so quickly. I did this, and I also did, some people call them porch leaners, some people call them welcome boards, the ones that you put on your front porch that are about 5 feet tall. I did one of those and this in probably an hour the other day. So it's very easy. I love doing this technique. If you wanted to use this for a charcuterie tray or something like that to put food on, you could paste on it, do your design on it, and then you would want to put some food safe sealer on top, and then you would be able to use it for food if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that because this is decor for me, but I just wanted to let you know that you could do that if you wanted to. So let me get started. And hang on till the end of the video because I did a little Christmas and fall shopping today, and I'll show you my finds from Hobby Lobby and Walmart today. So these are the colors that I want to use. This is Camel, Rust. This one is Shimmer Copper, and I have not used this before. I'm so excited to use this one. And then we have Currant Jam, and it's kind of a reddish purple. And then we have Pesto. So I definitely am going to have to wax and fuzz really well for this one. And I'm going to have to chalk and peel. And you guys have seen me do that before because this is kind of a large transfer. This is our C size, and it's called Autumn Splendor. So let me Actually, let me go ahead and wax first. I do not want to forget that part. So this is our surface wax. And I always use it on our wood surfaces. I love using the surface wax. If you can see in the screen even, see how this is already darker than this. I love using the surface wax because it brings out the beauty in the wood. No matter what kind you're using, it always brings out the grain and the coloring and just makes it look so nice. So I want to wax really well. And I know you guys probably can't see as well as I can in person, but it is amazing the difference that the wax makes in this wood. It looks so pretty. And this is our little wax applicator that I'm using. These are both on my website. And I had an idea today. I'm going to work on it in the next few days. I am going to put together a little essentials kit. And on all my videos, I'll put the link in there. And that way, if you're just getting started with Chalk Couture and you don't really know what supplies you need, it will have all of my favorites in there. You can obviously take things out of the cart if you don't want all of them, but that will give you a place to start. So I'm going to work on that, and I will just make it a permanent link in my videos so that if anyone's watching and they want to get started with chalking, they can. And surface wax will be in that list. And the little applicator is not a necessity, but it does make it really easy. So I'm going to heat this up real quick. This just makes the wax easier to buff in. And since this is a larger surface, I'm going to just heat parts of it and buff it and then heat up a little more. This just makes the wax soak in better. I'm using our heat tool. This is another thing that would go in that basics kit for sure, because you could use a hair dryer, but this doesn't get nearly as hot as a hair dryer, and it also doesn't get as hot as, say, a heat tool that you would normally use like for embossing. This one, if you put it on low, you can actually hold your hand in front of it and it doesn't burn. It gets a little bit hotter with the high setting, which is what I usually use, but it's not as hot as a hair dryer would be, and so that's why I like this. And I don't know if you can see the shine. Can you see it in the screen? I love it. I definitely need to do another video to show you guys how to use the paste to stain, because it's so easy and it just turns out so pretty. I'm so excited for this one. When I first saw the new catalog, this was one of the first transfers that I knew I wanted to do. I think it's so pretty. This one would be really pretty on a pillow as well. And I've also seen people just use the word autumn from this transfer on projects, like on a door tag. So I'm going to fuzz this one really well. It doesn't feel super sticky, so maybe we don't need to fuzz too much. So our transfers have adhesive on the back. The green part is where the adhesive is. The clear part is the silk screen. So I'm just loosening the adhesive a little bit by putting it on our fuzzing cloth. You can use a towel for this if you don't have a fuzzing cloth. I like the fuzzing cloth better because when I first got started, I did use a towel, and sometimes you get little pieces of fuzz on there that you don't want. So I prefer the fuzzing cloth, but it's not a total necessity. Gina, is it getting cold up there yet? It's still summer here. I wore fall clothes today and I was about to burn up by the end of the day. I really, really wanted to wear boots, but I didn't. Not quite boot weather here. All right, I know that some of this at the top and bottom is going to hang over just a little bit. So I'm just trying to make sure that I've got it straight and that I can get most of it on there. I think I want these leaves to be all the way on that are at the bottom. And then, so that way the only thing that won't be on here are a little bit at the very top. So I always press from the center out when I'm adhering my transfer. And I see a little spot of something right here that I want to get rid of. This one does not have a lot of sticky on it, so it's easier to reposition. So I'm pressing really well from the center out. And this, I've got a little ridge right here in this wood that I started to sand, and I thought, no, I really like it. It looks rustic. I'm going to leave it there. So I'm hoping that it doesn't bleed underneath. I'm going to have to be really careful when I'm chalking right there on that S and the P where that little ridge is. Okay, so I think what I want to do is the berries are going to be the shimmer crimson, and then, or the little dots, and then these berries are going to be currant jam. And then these leaves will be eucalyptus. I'm sorry, this is pesto. And then these leaves will be rust, the ones that look like maple leaves. And then the words will be in camel. So let's see, where do I want to start? I'm going to grab some squeegees. I think I'll open all my jars here so that I'm going to try to work pretty fast on some of this so that my paste doesn't dry in my transfer. And I need to order more camel too. I've been making so many fall projects that I'm running low on some of my paste. Okay, this one I can tell still has the lid because I haven't opened this yet. So you guys have to see this color. It's so gorgeous. It's shimmer copper. And it is going to be beautiful. Isn't that so pretty? So I just scrape the excess off the lid back into the jar. All right. So I'm going to do the top first so that when I'm peeling and laying it back down, then I'm not putting my hands in what's already here. So I'm going to do the little dots first. and the shimmer crimson. And the reason I'm doing that, or the shimmer copper, the reason I'm doing that is because the shimmer pastes take a little bit longer to dry. So that gives me a little bit of extra time to work with it. All right, I'm just going to do the top half for right now. So we put that lid over here. And then let's do, I think I want to do the larger surface, the leaves. Let's do the rust leaves first. So these in rust. And I can tell there's a little ridge in that wood right there too. So I may have a little bit of bleeding, but that's okay. This was my first time to do a board like this. And so my husband taught me how to glue it together and nail it and all of that. So I may have to tweak it as I go along. We'll see. I probably should have sanded it before I stained. All right, so once I do these leaves, and I'm going to fill my transfer up so that it doesn't dry. And if you guys have watched any of my videos lately, you know this is my favorite color. I love this rust. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, that is so gorgeous on that wood. Oh, I love it. And the copper's really pretty too. All right, so now I want to make sure I press this down really well again. And let's do our currant jam berries. I really wanted to do the hot mess technique on this, but I've done that so much lately, I thought you guys would probably want to see something a little different. But it would look really, really good doing hot mess on this. All right, let's do this one right here. And let's do choke and peel again. Oh, I love that color too. So pretty. Oh, this might be my favorite project so far. This of the fall things I've made. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and do these leaves. We're going to do those in pesto. Has anyone started buying fall decor yet? I mean, Christmas decor. I went to Hobby Lobby today and oh, I found some cute things. I think I've decided that because I post a lot of pictures of my projects on my social media, that I am going to have one table that is fall, which I've already posted. You guys have already seen that on my Instagram and Facebook. And that's in my dining room. And then I think in the living room, I'm going to set up a Christmas table. So I can have a little bit of both, because I am going to start working on Christmas projects, not next week, but the week after. I know that seems early, but I need to get started on those. And I already have so many Christmas transfers that I cannot wait to use. All right, oh, this is so pretty. I love these colors. Tina, I don't know if you're watching, but you did a great job helping me pick out colors. Oh, these are so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go do the same thing on the bottom with the leaves and berries. And then I'll go back and do the words last. All right, so I need to do this leaf in pesto. And this one. And this one. And this one. All right. So then let's do our little dots in our shimmer copper. And then we'll do our berries in currant jam. Oops, too much paste in there. So then I'm going to chalk and peel, and then I'll go back and do the leaves. So pretty. Oh, I am loving this. All right, so now I just need to do these leaves in rust. And scraping off the excess. I also love the font on this transfer, on the word. It's so pretty. Okay. So then let's chalk and peel one more time. And now we are ready for the words. So I'm going to just make sure this is adhered really well, especially on this seam in the lumber there. So I'm going to use camel on the words. And if you've seen me chalk and peel a lot on this one, it's because if you watched my live the other day, I did not do it as often as I should have, and my paste dried in my transfer. I did fix it, so if that happens and you're not sure what to do, you can go back and watch that video, learn from my mistakes. I did fix it, and the project came out great. So that is what I love about Chalk Couture, is it's very easy to fix anything that doesn't turn out the way you want it the first time. I'm hoping this one comes out okay on those seams on the wood. We shall find out. This type of tray would be really pretty for Christmas transfers as well. I'm going to make another one, and I'm going to put the wooden slats that are on the bottom of this one, I'm going to put on the top and attach handles. Make it like a tray that way, and do a Christmas transfer on there. All right, let's see how we did on those seams. I'm a little nervous. So far, so good. All right, now let's do the bottom. This right here is quite a little gap there, so that may be an area that I need to touch up a little bit, but that's okay. In the end, probably no one will know but me and whoever's watching. And I will go back after the video and I will put the link to this transfer in the comments. And I'll list the paste colors that I used. You could obviously choose whatever colors you want, but I really like the way these go together. I'm usually not very adventurous with colors. So when my friend Tina suggested the currant jam, I thought, oh, okay, let's try that. And I love how it turned out. And the pesto for the leaves, very pretty. You could also do this as a neutral. I've seen other designers. I saw one yesterday. She had a tray it's a tray that Chalk Couture used to carry, and it's just black and white. And she did the transfer all in black, and it was beautiful. So you can make it however you want to match your decor. Just depends on what your preferences are. I usually tend to go with neutrals, but I think I need to venture out a little bit. Okay, I'm not liking the way it's looking on that seam, so we'll just see how this turns out. I will know for future projects like this to sand that seam. All right, and I can see this is drying in the transfer. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, my leaf dried as well. All right, let's pull this up. Okay, so see how my leaf dried here? And this one completely came off. So this is what happened the other day. So what I have to do is wash my transfer, let it dry, and go back and re-chalk those. It works, but I just didn't work fast enough. So I will post a picture tomorrow on my Facebook page and Instagram of the finished fixed project so that you can see what it looks like. All right. So here we go. Okay. So you can see the beauty of going live. You just take a risk and go for it, right? But I do love how it turned out. So I'm going to have to go back and do this leaf, this one, and this one. And I'm going to take my little tool and clean up. Can you see? You can see the line from where that seam is in the wood. So I'm going to clean that up just a tad, and I will post a picture of the finished project. But I love these colors. I absolutely love how it turned out. Can you see that? Oh, it's so pretty. Love it, love it, love it. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for learning from my mistakes. And I hope you enjoyed it. I will put a link in the comments for the shopping link for the transfer. And I will also put the link for the basics kit that will have what I consider my essentials to get started with chalking. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have an awesome day.